Hello and welcome to this Tango video tutorial about the cross from parallel system. We are Iris and Helmut, and every term again there comes a moment of the cross in the basics course, and this year we take it to create a new video again for you with the latest ideas about how to get there. Let's have a look what we will see. We have a very direct version that from the preparatory step we go into the cross and we continue with Caminata. One more time. So we have prepared into the cross, continue Caminata. The second version is that we have the Caminata first, and we have Caminata, third step into the cross, and we finish with Ochos, and it could be another Caminata if we have space, if not one. Other side. So preparatory step, Caminata, one step more into the cross. Also an alternative exit with Americana. The last sequence is the famous Salida, that we do the same number of steps, preparatory step to the back. For the leader, Apertura, outside walk, cross, and we are done. Also this one time from the other side. So we have preparatory step 1, Apertura, outside step into the cross, and we finish. That's on the program. What will we do to get there? There are many ways to lead the cross, to understand and execute the cross. We invite you to play with expansion and with compression, release. For this, let's repeat one more time this idea of I expand from the goalkeeper everywhere and I make myself more compact. And when we put ourselves now on one leg and we have this expansion, I can lead myself across with changing from the expansion into the more compact part. Most common mistake is that I want to do the cross and you just move your leg or even just your foot into the position of the cross. It's important that the whole body is included and that you think more of moving your pelvis than of moving your leg. What is the difference? If I move my pelvis, I use my standing leg to change my axis. So when I arrive to the cross, I'm already stable. If I'm first moving my leg, then I have to transfer my axis. This is usually the point where we start to lose control of our axis. So let's do some exercises to practice this. We had one easy exercise that we start with right forward, we change, and we go into the cross. So and then we did a double time to get used for that. So we had 1 and 2 and 1 and 2 and 1 and 2 and 1 and stop. We said it's always good to practice it parallel, but most of the times you will do the cross on this side of the embrace and with this leg. But nevertheless, let's practice it also on the other side. So we start left, and left, and left, cross, left, and left, cross, left, and left, cross, left, and last stop. When we arrive to the cross, we want you to stay first with weight on both legs. So in our combinations, most of our combinations, if it's an exception to tell you, we want you, when you arrive to the cross, to be stable on both. And then there's the continuation to the new standing leg, and then we continue. To the walk, Caminata, to the Ochos, to the Apertura, whatever, to the last. For us, it's very important to keep the embrace in a nice position. If you're dancing an open embrace like this, if you dance already more close, we don't want to alter the embrace in the cross. So whatever we're leading, here we stay with the same. And what we use to make our partner understand that there's something else, it's not a change of this part. Here we want to keep the same position. That is very important. We can have the position more stretched, and we can have the position more inside. Now, let's see the structure. The first structure is from the preparatory step. I lead the cross in the first step, and I continue with the Caminata. In order to get the cross in this position, to have the difference between a normal step and a collect, or a step that is a little bit different, and then having the cross, I need to be able to stretch the movement. So if it's a normal step, I step and I continue, and we have the Caminata. If I have a cross, I will create here a little stretch, and with the closing of my pelvis, I create the invitation of join my center, our center of the couple here inside. I look from behind. So, one time without cross, Caminata, 2 steps. Perfect. One time with cross. So we prepare, and here, with this part, with this release, I create a cross and I continue. Those who are following our channel know that we have 2 rules. One is take the responsibility to feel comfortable, move your own body. So by no means we want to push our partner into the cross. No, never. When we have this expansion, I also create space there. I also contain. If I just create space, probably she will take a forward step. It will be more like when we go into an Americana. I have to create space, but keep this part closed. By that, the pelvis stays in the permanent position. Maybe there's a mini opening of it, and then we continue. So, summary of the first sequence. Connect, exhale, create, and now we exit with Apertura and not run into the wall. One time from the other perspective, with the preparatory step, we release, we grow, and we continue. One time in cross embrace, stop. I take the first cross, and I continue. Second structure. The second structure is from the release. I establish the walk, and the last one I stretch a little bit to arrive in the third cross. Here, I open my hip to create the Ochos. Either second Ochos, and we exit, or Americana in parallel position. 1, 2, into the cross. Now with Americana change, and again, Caminata to finish. This one is a little bit easier because we have time to establish, and then again time, something's changing. Sometimes on a milonga you might not have that space, but in Europe, also in Vienna in particular, where we teach and dance, very often there is space. So, of course, if you don't have space, don't dance 4 meters in one direction, but if you have space, it's also nice to use it on the line. in this specific combination of going to the cross after the Caminata and continuing into the Ochos, you cannot take too much time to enjoy this transition. So let's have just the last part. Really arrive on both legs, make sure, and then. And also here for the leader, it's very important, like I feel where she is, I want to open, but I don't open before she's there. I feel like she's here, and then I open and I step to go with her. Should be easy. Now, let's see the most classic of all structures, the Salida. It's a very similar order of steps. So we have preparatory step, 1, 2, 3, cross. Because we call the first one preparatory step, the cross was the 5th step, if you just count the steps. Now, we have the Salida, preparatory step, Apertura, 3, 4, and as well the 5th step is the cross. Here again we have a little space, let's do a mini exit, and we're finished. I personally like very often to do another side step, maybe in double time, to have a nicer opening and better position for the Salida. Let's see it once from the side. And let's start with this little preparatory side step. So I have to the side to take diagonality. I step back, Apertura. I continue an outside walk into the cross, and I finish to the side. And I finish. And again, preparatory step, Apertura. Not to go out of the picture, I go around, and we have the cross as 5th step. We continue, and we could also finish with a Caminata instead of doing forward and side. In the Salida, it's very important that you don't step just back and side, and then you have your partner directly in front, but that when you start, you establish a little bit this diagonality, that also when you do a parallel step to the side, and more to the left, from the leader's perspective. And here I create, and I have now the space to take the outside walk. From the outside walk, I have the same invitation to come into the cross. Now we're definitely too close. Let's have the version with the Ochos, and the Ochos I turn, and we exit with the turn. One time from the side. So I start with a little side step to have the best alignment. Preparatory step, Apertura, outside walk into the cross, forward and side. One time it doesn't rest. So we have to the side, prepare Apertura, outside walk into the cross, and we finish with the side step. We hope this video was useful for you. If you have any questions, we're looking forward to them very much, and we promise to get back to your comments.
Recibí tu última carta en la cual tú me decías: te aconsejo que me olvides, todo ha muerto entre los dos. Solo pido mi retrato y todas las cartas mías. Ya lo sabes que no es justo que aún eso conserves vos. Hoy reconoces la falta